Hey everyone, this is Facebook James, Dolphin Nation, Pali football fam, stand up. Check it out, I'm actually in my classroom. I'm so excited about today's game versus Taft, but I wanted to post a recap of last week's game versus Cleveland and a preview of this week's game versus Taft High School. So, man, I'm excited. I can't wait until tonight. I have a special guest with me, so stay tuned for this week in Pali football, the Insider Edition.
Hey, win on me, win on three, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Yeah.
Hey Dolphin Nation, this is Facebook James once again. Check it out. In this edition of This Week in Pali Football, I'm calling this a special edition. And my goal is to every week try to recap and get a preview of the games that were played and a preview of the game that will be played. So without further ado, I'm bringing in one of the my special Pali Dolphin, Cy Riley. Come on in, Cy.
What's up, Dad? How you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great. So check it out. You opened the season against Cleveland. What was your expectation in terms of going into that game and knowing a little bit about their offense?
Well, we wanted to stop the run because we knew all they were going to do was run. And we've been practicing it for 2 weeks, so we felt, pretty good going into the game, knowing that we've been facing Cleveland for the past 3 years now. So we felt pretty good, and our goal was just to stop the run. Yeah,
the previous two contests, the Dolphins were able to win pretty big. In the 2017 contest, the Dolphins won 38-27, and so, Dakota did his thing, Max Paley's did his thing, and so it was a wonderful time. And then last year, 2018 contest, Max Paley's again stepped up, and he was running for over, I think he ran for over 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. And so this year we saw that Max Paley's was trying to get going, and he was able to score 1 touchdown, right?
Yeah.
He was able to score 1 touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Pali taking the loss on their season opener. That double wing T, that was no joke. You guys had a couple of problems stopping that offense.
Well, we've been preparing for it for a long time, and so when we don't do our jobs necessarily, each individual doing their jobs, it won't work as a team collectively. So we practiced for the double wing T for 2 weeks, like I said, but come game day, we just didn't execute, collectively as a group.
And I know Coach Hyde had some few words. He was really upset after losing the way that you guys played in that game. So hopefully you guys are finding energy and the wherewithal to bounce back against your next opponent, Taft High School. What do you know about Taft in their offense and defense?
Well, we don't know much, but we know that we're going to be able to throw the ball against them. We feel that our wideouts are key in this game, and we just want to get off the field on defense, 3 plays and get off. So we're going to be focused on executing, getting back to our regular defense, because you have to put in a special type of defense for the double wing T. But now we're going to focus on getting back to our regular defense and executing on offense and keeping the momentum going.
Great. Now going back to last week's game, you had some players that since you talked about some of your receivers, you had some players that really stepped up. And so for me, one of my favorite players, number 18, give a shout out to Eli Manheim with his spectacular catches. I know one was for 26 yards on the sideline. I think it was a 4th down.
Yeah.
And then the second, actually his touchdown pass. You can kind of talk about that because you were involved in the play.
So Eli, I think he had to go, and the defense just got lost track. I think they sat on the 10-yard out. I think Max ran the 10-yard out, or Teddy. Somebody sat on the 10-yard out, and so next thing you know, Forrest is throwing the ball deep, and Eli's right there, and so he catches it, and then I'm running right next to him, and I see there's only one defender, so 1 versus 2, 2's always going to win in football. So I just decided, Eli, go ahead and cut. I was like, Eli, cut, and he kept behind me, and it was a touchdown.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was watching from the opposite sideline, and I saw you kind of throw your hands up as if to say, I don't want to get called for a block in the back or anything. You could just kind of, so I could tell that communication was taking place on the field. Now, last question before we leave and just kind of talk about the game. Eric Steinheimer and some of the other prep columnists this year have been talking about you and Tommy as being the key players on the team. And so can you, as we move into our second game of the season, can you just talk about some of the other players, some of the other key players that are on the team beside yourself and Tommy?
Well, of course, you got Max. Max is vying for Player of the Year of the league. You have Noah Gadusham. He was a big tight end for us all last season, being a starter. You have Walker, Tayari, Xavier, Jared, key defensive players. Some of them play offense too. And then, for the linemen, you got Emmanuel Newell. He's a sleeper guy. He played behind, or I shouldn't say behind, but he played with Jack Sanzer last year. And he stepped up, and then you got Big Nick. He's just, 66 pancakes in one season as a sophomore. So, we're looking and expecting big things from him for the entire season.
Great. Well, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, JV kicks off at Taft High School. And then the varsity match, I can't wait. 7 o'clock against Taft. When I was attending El Camino Real, they were our rivals. And so they're not really your rivals. I don't think you guys have played Taft in quite some time, at least the 6 years that I've been affiliated with Pali football. So this will be a first time in a long time that you guys have faced. It's kind of unexpected. We don't know what kind of offense and defense they're running. And so we just know that tomorrow, Thursday, is the football game. And so we want all the families and friends to come out, watch the JV at 4 o'clock, and then come on out and stay around for the varsity game. It's, I can't wait. It's a Thursday night. Friday, we have off. And so we thank you, school district, for allowing us to have Friday off. But just just make sure you come on out Thursday night and participate and have some fun at the game. So with the insider edition of This Week in Pali Football, I'm signing off for Syer Riley. I am Facebook James. See you tomorrow at the game.